Greetings of peace. My name is Ram Hotep, and I'm broadcasting on behalf of 13SignsAstrology.com. Coming back at you with another great episode. I do realize that we have a lot of people out there that are conscious, a lot of people that want to hear something more than just the dumb information that you hear on the radio, the dumb information that you see on BET and on television, just the dumb information. It's just, even on the internet, it's just a lot of dumbed down information out there. So I realized that, and I realized that I have to make these videos because I have to keep the consciousness level up there. You know what I'm saying? Because if I stop making these videos, the consciousness level is going to go down. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, you're not the only person making videos, Ram Hotep. What do you mean if you stop making these videos, the conscious level is going to go down? I mean, it's other people out there. We don't need you. I mean, you're just one person. I realize that. And I'm not worshiping myself by saying if I stop making these videos, the consciousness level is going to go down. I'm saying that my consciousness level itself will go down if I stop making these videos, because I'm here to help. I'm here to serve the people as best as I can, to the best of my abilities. And if I'm not doing that, then my consciousness level is going to go down, because that's a part of my duties. Like, for some people, they're on, like, consciousness has different stages. For some people, they're on a level of consciousness where they need to receive information. And then some people, they're on a level of consciousness where they're supposed to be given information. And you can usually tell the difference, because usually when a person studies knowledge for a certain period of time, they become negative. Like, if they don't never get to a level where they start to give back based on them taking in too much. So if a person takes in all this knowledge, I mean, they're learning all this knowledge and all this information, and then they don't take on the personal responsibility of making good people better and take on the personal responsibility of giving back, they're going to become negative. That's going to create blockages, because you have a social responsibility that when you take in, you have to put back out. You have to give in order to get. So what happens is that people that have knowledge and people that are conscious, like over a certain period of time, they could become negative and really what we like to term really disagreeable or really malefic, to a point where they always got something negative to say. They're always putting people down. They always got something bad to say about the Matrix and the stuff that's going on in the Matrix, but then they don't have any solutions. I'm sure you guys know of a conscious person out there that's like that. The person that just knows everything. You can't tell them nothing. But then when it comes time for solutions and doing something, you can't find them. You can't find them, because these people know everything, but they're not willing to teach people, and they're not willing to give back. But these are the same people that you'll see, and they go on people's videos and they comment, and they're on these message boards, and they're on Facebook, and they're commenting and talking all of this stuff about what they know and challenging other people that's out there sincerely trying to teach, and they're out here challenging them, and they're like, you got this from that person, or you don't know what you're talking about, because really it's really 13 chakras instead of 7, like they're just jumping in or whatever. Well, really, I heard it was 13 chakras, you saying it's 7. So, you got those people out there like that. And I know you might be thinking like, well, Ram Hotep, you said it was 13 chakras, and some people say it was 7. That's not my point, beloved. My point is that people always want to be right, like to a point where it'll be somebody out there teaching, and they're trying to honestly help people, and they might say it's 7 chakras, and instead of listening to the whole message of what the person is saying, you want to focus on the fact, oh, you said it was 7 chakras instead of 13, and then you want to comment on that. You want to look for what's called the worst part. And when you look for the worst part, you're always going to get more and more bad back. If you look for bad and evil, you're going to get evil coming back to you. And that's why a lot of people just aren't doing good, because they always looking for evil. So evil just seems to find them, because they're always looking for it. Like me, I'm not looking for evil. I'm looking for good. So good just seems to find me. I mean, all the time. I mean, even when I'm in a situation where I'm down and out, yeah, I'm going to, of course, have my mind on, like, what if this doesn't go that way, or like, I'm going to have a contingency plan. But at the same time, I know either way, I'm going to be okay, because I know at the end of the day that I'm a child of Mother Nature, and I'm a child of the universe, and the birds eat, everything else in nature eats, the ants eat, everything in nature eats and takes care of itself, and everything is basically self-sustaining and taking care of itself. And it's only us that sit around and worry about where we're going to get our next meal, or how this is going to happen, how that's going to happen. And once you get so deep into being in tune with nature, you stop worrying about stuff like that. So it's just really about getting to a point where you learn how not to adopt people's words and adopt people's ideas and adopt people's concepts. You have to like really get to a point where you create your own reality, like where you really are living in your own world, so that when someone even comes at you with something negative, you have to just let it roll off of you and just don't even take it personal. Don't even get mad at that person, because a lot of times one thing, they may be coming at you with something negative, and you may need to listen to it, because even though they may be coming negative at you, it may be a lesson in that. So even when someone says something negative, like say for instance, somebody might leave like a negative comment or something, I'll still read it. Like if you guys go on my videos, you'll notice that I leave the negative comments up. As long as the person not coming on there over and over again, just constantly. Now I do got people that just constantly want to just keep posting negative, like just on every single video. Now I know those people have a personal agenda. Those are people that know me personally. Like if you guys see somebody coming on my videos and it's the same username over and over again, they're just constantly posting negative stuff, and it might be 2 or 3 different people having a conversation. These are people that pretty much know me, that are like provocateurs, that's what I call them, or like conspirators that are trying to, like when they see a lot of people gathered together and it's positive energy, you know somebody negative got to come and try to end that, beloved. That's just the law of nature. So I realize that every time I get to a certain level, there's going to be a foe there to challenge me. So I'm not worried about that. I live in my own bubble. I live in my own world. So this particular video is about words and spells, but it's about really particularly a set of words, 2 words that are important right now that are being used. They're being used in music, and they've been used in music, but now they're being merged together, and they're being used together to promote an agenda. And the term bad bitch, or the idea of a bad bitch, is something that you hear it in the music right now. All the artists are calling themselves bad. And I know that Michael Jackson and different artists been calling themselves bad. I know that calling yourself bad has always been something that musicians have done. I realize that. And I realize that bad is slang, and that means that you're good at what you do. I realize that. I realize what bad means on that level. But I'm speaking, beloveds, on the level of casting spells, and on the level of basically certain agendas being promoted. And the term bad bitch being put together is a part of an agenda. Now, why am I making this video before I get into it? I'm making this video because, like I'm always mingling amongst the youth. I'm always in the hood and in the communities. I don't just sit on YouTube and make videos. Like I do go out amongst the people, and I see a lot of the young girls, and they call themselves bad bitches. I mean, that's nothing. Like it's nothing for a woman to call herself a bitch, and it's nothing for a woman to really like the term bad bitch. I mean, it's nothing. And I know that's something that's been going on for a minute. Like I know, like you got rap artists like Lil Boosie, he calls himself Boosie Badass. I know you got Michael Jackson that made a song called I'm Bad. I mean, I know you got the song called Bad to the Bone. I realize that the term bad has been being promoted, and this isn't nothing new. What I'm trying to get people to see is the term bad bitch being used in music at this juncture in time, or in this period of time. Why is the term bad bitch being promoted and being used in music? It's a reason for that. Now, I'm not here to be negative about this thing. I'm not here to be negative about this thing. So it's 2 sides to it. The agenda has a positive side, and then there is, of course, a destructive side. Now, most people, of course, they're going to center around the destructive side. And, most Christians out there are like, well, you shouldn't be using the term bitch anyway. So I agree with you, Brother Ram Hotep, because they shouldn't be saying bitch anyway. Well, nah, don't go there now, because you guys know I'm not religious. So the term bitch, that's not my problem. I don't have a problem with that term, because I know what that term means. It's a female dog. It's a female dog, and I realize what that term means. And I realize, even in a certain perspective, I realize what the slang means. I realize that even the term bitch goes back further than being a female dog, where it represented a certain type of woman at one point, which I'll get into here. So I realize all of that. I'm not isolating and saying the term bitch is bad because it's a curse word, because it's not a curse word. It's just a word that goes back to, I believe it's the term bitch, I believe it's Old English. I believe I'll look it up for you guys or whatever. But the term bitch, I believe it goes back to Old English or whatever. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that it's not a bad word. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what I'm focused on. The term bad in and of itself is not a bad word. None of these things are bad. But what's happening? What kind of picture are you painting when you hear bad bitch together? Now, bitch, before I go into it, it is Old English. I do want to point that out. It's Old English, and it goes actually back to a Norse word. It goes all the way back to a Norse word. And it basically just means a female dog. Pretty much, that's what a bitch is or whatever. But or she dog, or doggess, now, or whore. But you got to remember, when you go back really far, back into the history, you start dealing with bitches and whores and all of that. These were not negative terms like the way you guys look at, like, oh, he said bitch and all that. These weren't negative terms. See, a bitch was a female member of a certain cult. It was like a bitch cult, basically. And that's going a little bit too far. You can do your own history one day and research these things or whatever, but the bitches were like priestess. They were initiators. Those of you that remember, I did a video and I talked about on my video I did on same sexuality, and I talked about Atlantis, and I talked about how there were a group of females that were initiators. Well, these females would be like bitches. That's where the term bitch came from. So when you put together the term bad bitch, here's what's going on. Just to go ahead and just throw this out here because I don't want to make this video too long. Here's what's going on. The term bad, you got the term bad, right? You look up the term bad, that means like inferior. It means like a degenerate. Like if something's bad, it's inferior. It's a degenerate. It's weaker. It's less. And then you have the term bitch, which is a female dog. So what's happening when, like, what's this whole bad bitch agenda about? The bad bitch agenda is actually, what it is that it's the people in the matrix. They're studying science, they're studying nature, and they're studying the truth, and they're taking that truth and then turning around and trying to re-enslave you into a new agenda based on a real life energy that's coming to this planet. And the bad bitch is based on the energy of what's called more of a dominant female. Now, during the times of Atlantis, before the quarantine and before the shift, I'm sorry, but before the quarantine and before the spell was put onto this planet, you had a particular female that was more of a dominant female, and and you had a particular female. I mean, you had a particular male that was more of what you would consider a yin-based male, a yin-based male. So this was a yang-based female and a yin-based male. Now, let me point this out here. When you deal with yin and yang, a lot of people like to look at it like yin is women, yang is men. No, beloved. Yin is feminine or passive. Yang is masculine or aggressive. That's what it literally means. So when we go through this shift, we're going to start to see, and it's already happening, a group of women that come back. And really, these women are already here, but they're going to begin to take on a new type of consciousness that's more of a yang-based consciousness. These women are a yang-based energy that these women are taking on. Now, this is not about right or wrong. It's not about good and evil. I'm not here for all of that. I'm here to explain to you a scientific fact that's going to happen. It's already happening based on this shift. And a lot of you guys see it because you're complaining. A lot of men are sending me emails saying, how come the women ain't passive no more? How come the women are all aggressive? How come they want to be guys? Why they want to work? And what happened to the women that want to stay at home, the stay-at-home wives? How come women don't want to stay at home no more and cook? Why they want to go out and wear the pants? It's because of the shift, beloved. And what's happening with the Matrix is that they're feeding into it. So they got this whole bad bitch thing. See, the bad bitch really is like a woman that's taking care of her business. That's what the picture that they're trying to put on the whole thing, or that's the picture that they're trying to paint to you, is the bad bitch is a woman that's taking care of her business. She got a job, she got her briefcase, she go to work every day, she making money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not against that. Like, I'm the type of person, I embrace change. And I realize that things aren't going to stay the same. And it's a lot of conscious people, they don't realize that. Like, they get stuck. Conscious people get stuck in a certain mode a lot of times. Like, well, it's supposed to be like this. How come they don't have any? How come it's just not male and female relationships? What's up with all this same-sex marriage? And I'm not for that. Like, I'm conscious, and it's like all of these men trying to come at me and talk to me. If you're secure in your sexuality, it shouldn't matter if a male or whoever's trying to come at you and talk to you. If you're secure in your sexuality, it shouldn't matter. And like I said, I'm a heterosexual male, but I'm not against same-sex marriage. I'm not against that. If that's what people want to do and they feel like they love each other, then that's what it comes down to. I'm not against that. So I wanted to point that out here. But what I'm explaining is about with this dominant female or this bad bitch is a particular energy that these women are transitioning into. And then it's a male energy that's coming with that too, and it's a yin-based male. And this is a male that's into gardening. This is a male that's into a lot of things that women used to be into. So-called cooking. Men want to like more so sit at home to prepare things. This is happening. This is a part of the shift, beloveds. And I know it's a woman out there like, well, they ain't nothing but a bitch ass male. They ain't nothing but a bitch ass male want to sit in the kitchen and cook, and somebody he wanted to be in the garden. Man supposed to get out there and get dirty and get his hands dirty and roll around. That's how man's supposed to be. I know it's a woman out there thinking that, but you got just like I was at school in the males. You have to realize that it's a different type of male coming. It's a shift taking place. So you have they're putting swag on the males now. See, swag is really like switching. Swag means to be like unstable. So like really like when a woman is switching, like you say, ooh, she's switching. Ooh, like her butt cheek jiggling and everything. Like she's switching good. Like that's really the same thing as swag, really. So really like swag is more of a feminine based term, and that's again the Matrix putting a feminine agenda on males to get them to buy into that image so they can keep commerce going. You see what I'm saying? They got to keep, because they know if they put swag into the songs, if they put bad bitch into the songs and stuff like that, they know that that's going to trigger something in your mind. Swag is a feminine term. It's a feminine energy. Words have energy attached to them. Words have vibrations attached to them. Words are basically like harmonics or like keys or notes. Or, you know what I'm saying? So when you say swag, that has a feminine harmonic attached to it. When you say bad bitch, that's a masculine harmonic attached to that. Bad bitch sound like, yeah, like a woman's taking care of her shit. You know what I'm saying? A swag, a guy, he got swag. Oh, he got swag. That's like a kind of like a softer guy that can dress really good. So you see what I'm saying? Like back in the day, a woman would have had swag because a man would look at a woman like, ooh, she could dress. Like, but now she a bad bitch. Like, oh, that bitch bad. Like even Lil Scrappy made a song called Bad Bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about right now. Like the women are really, because of the 13 energy, I pointed this out before. 13 is a feminine number and it's dealing with the female. It's a number of transformation. And the woman is always transforming because of the menstrual cycle and pregnancy, carrying children. Her body is more what you call mutable, which means that she's always transforming. And the 13 is a transformative number. So they know that 13 is the time for the woman. So they already done basically knocked out the males. The males are out the game in the Matrix. Like as far as that, the image of the alpha male is gone. It's gone. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not cool anymore. For the most part, the alpha male image in the Matrix overall is not cool like the way it used to be. Now, of course, there's still the alpha males out there. Shout out to my alpha males. But I'm saying it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Anymore. And then it's the same thing like with the passive female that wants to stay at home and cook for her family and have children and be a stay-at-home wife. Yeah, you still got the female out there that's like that. You definitely still got that. But it's not cool anymore. The bad bitch is cool. The woman that's getting money, that's got a job, you know what I'm saying, that can take care of herself. She don't need no man. And that's just how it is. So nowadays, brothers, you gotta like, I'm not saying to teach your daughter to be a bad bitch, because that's really what you would call like clever misdirection. It's basically it's tapping into a truth, because women are changing and shifting. It's tapping into a truth, but it's still misguiding you, because you're following this bad bitch image right into the Matrix, and you're following a man. See, the term bad bitch was invented by a man at the end of the day. So many of you heard me talk about the feminist movement. What's the same thing? The bad bitch and a woman that's taking care of her business and doing her thing in the Matrix. That's cool. And yeah, a woman got to be independent, but really, like, I got to keep it real and I got to be radical and I got to go to the root. You're not really taking care of your business, woman, because you're working a job. You ain't getting yours. You working a job. That's not financial freedom. You're not independent because you're working a job, or you're a stripper or something like that. You work in a strip club, and you know what I'm saying, and people throwing bands at you and all of that, and you think that's being independent. And that's, I'm not knocking you. People got to do what they got to do. I'm not knocking you. I'm not being judgmental. I'm not even being religious. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been to strip clubs before, so I know. I'll go to a strip club again. I'm not against that. I'm not religious. I'm not scared of looking at a woman half naked. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy looking at a woman's body. That's not my point here. My point is people talking about people selling themselves out and really not, and following trends, not consciously thinking about what they're following. See, people are following the bad bitch thing, not even really knowing that it's an agenda that's being promoted to keep you caught up into the Matrix. When if you wanted to like skillfully get into the bad bitch thing, you would embrace, okay, it's not wrong with a woman having money and taking care of business and managing her money and even starting a business. Yeah, do that. But then at the same time, still be that lady in the streets, and then still be that woman at home, or that freak in the sheets that's going to come home and still, you know, occasionally cook a meal, not every day, or occasionally take care of your children, you know, and not always drop them off at the daycare and pick them up and put them to bed as soon as they get home. You're not helping them with their homework. You're just constantly on the move because you got to get that money. I'm saying, yeah, a woman does need to be in the Matrix, and a woman does need to work, you know what I'm saying, and experience that, because women need to get experiences too. I realize that, like on a spiritual level. Like, it's not cool for a woman to just stay at home, because that created a suppressed woman, the woman that sat at home all day. So I'm bringing balance to this thing. I understand, like, the woman that sits at home all day, that's not cool. And I understand that, that's not a good image to fit. I wouldn't teach my daughter to be like that, to depend on a male. I wouldn't teach my own daughter to be like that. I don't have a daughter, but if I did, I'm saying, I wouldn't teach my daughter to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of males that are weak now. So I can't really teach her to depend on a male. It's a lot of males that just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us didn't have fathers. So a lot of males are maturing a lot slower. So I can't teach my daughter to be like that, to depend on a male. But I'm not going to teach her to be a bad bitch either. So what you would do is you teach her balance. You teach her ma'at. No, you don't want to be too masculine. You don't want to be too feminine either and get ran over and have to depend on a male either. You want to be balanced. In the Matrix, the only thing they're going to do is feed into seeds that have been planted into your mind and feed into agendas so that they can keep getting your money. Because that's all they really want. They just want your money at the end of the day. They just want your money. Not even just that. They want your energy. The money is like really a symbol to represent your energy. When you give them your money, you're saying, I give you my energy. You're consenting. It's a contract. Money is a note. It says it on the back of the money. It's a note. So money is a contract. So when you give somebody some money, a contract just took place. A transaction is a contract. So I know it's a lot of stuff. I went through a lot of different, I guess you could say, changes in this video. But at the end of the day, it's all teaching. It's all knowledge. And it's all building. So be careful the words that you use. Be careful the agendas that you feed into. Learn how to see what is being pushed to kind of feed. Like, learn how to see when the Matrix is pushing an agenda that may be based on truth, but that is just to get you to feed into it so that you can stay in the Matrix, because they need your energy to keep the Matrix going. So if they got to like turn the woman into a man and do whatever they got to do to keep the women and energy of the female into the Matrix, that's what they're going to do. Because if the woman is not in the Matrix, let me tell you this, and I'm going to shut this video down. If the woman is not in the Matrix does not work. The term Matrix is a feminine term. It means mother. So to all my sisters out there, the Matrix really needs you. They really need you. So be more conscious. I love to see YouTube channels with women out there teaching. I mean, start a YouTube channel, like help to wake up some of these women. I mean, like, as brothers, we supposed to like men sharpen men. That's still sharp and still like that's what I was taught. So, you know, like, of course, I'm going to teach women and men alike. Don't get me wrong. I have female students, like a lot of female, probably have more female students than men. But I'm saying, you know, like a man is supposed to learn from a male as far as like how to be a male, because, you know, a man is to teach a man, and a man can't really teach a woman how to be a woman. A man can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So we need more women out here to teach women how to be women. But I know you're like, well, women are women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a mama teach me how to be a woman, but your mom may not have been conscious though. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, we need more consciousness out here that do know how to be a real woman, a food scientist. See, this is what a real woman is. A food scientist, not just somebody that sits in the kitchen and slaves for a man. A food scientist, meaning she knows how to create in the kitchen. Anything. Remedies, drugs, whatever. Like, not drugs, I'm sorry. Basically, herbs, like things to heal, so-called antibiotics or natural antibiotics. That's the word that I'm looking for, or whatever. A woman should be able to create these things in the kitchen. She should be able to create lotions, all natural lotions, everything for her family. You know what I'm saying? And she should be able to create clothing. She should be able to sew. You know what I'm saying? She should be a scientist. She should be a scientist. So I'm not saying she should be in front of the sewing machine sewing for her children. I'm saying she should know how to design clothes for her family to wear, a pattern. Why are you dressing like entertainers? Like, why do you want to wear the stuff the entertainers wear? Why don't you come up with your own garment? Why don't you come up with your own outfit? Like, this is the stuff that conscious people need to do. And women should learn how to do these things. Come up with, so you could dress your family in a tribal outfit. Like, you guys, your family is your tribe. Your husband is a part of your tribe. Your children are part of your tribe. So why not come up with a tribal outfit? See what I'm saying? So it's just deep. This stuff is real deep. A woman should definitely know how to make the clothes. She should definitely know how to cook. And she should definitely know how to raise children. She should definitely know how to raise children and be good with children. And I know every woman, this is not for every woman. I realize that. Every woman is not meant to have children. I'm not trying to be a male chauvinist or anything like that. I'm just saying, in general, even in the sense of a woman helping to raise another woman's children, as, you know, like in a village environment, because we came from a village environment before we got into these cities and these metropolises. We were in villages and we were in communities, and we raised each other's children. We disciplined each other's children. So no, you don't have to have children to be good with them. Every woman should know how to deal with children. Every man should know how to deal with children. Let me bring balance to this. Every man should know how to be a food scientist, know how to cook. Every man should know how to sew. I know you're like, Ram Hotep, you don't know how to sew, you don't know how to cook. Yes, I do. You don't know what I know how to do. I know how to sew and I know how to cook. So I just killed you on that. And I took care of 2 children that weren't mine for 5 years at one point in my life. So I know what I'm talking about. I don't just get up here and make stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I've been a part of a family that wasn't mine. I've raised children that weren't mine. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and shut this video down. I know I went through a lot. It's just, you know, good to be back, good to be seen. So thank you guys for listening. I thank you guys for watching. And I want to say happy new moon. And until we meet again, I'll leave y'all in. Peace.